Hi, it's Bloomington Mayor John Hamilton again. Thanks for being with us. And today with us is the city's Director of Innovation, Devta Kidd.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you for being here, Devta. We are going to talk about what that means in the city. And this is a pretty new position. It's new since I've been mayor. It actually came out of a task force. But Devta, what is an innovation director? What do you do? What's your role like?
That's a good question, and I like to tell people about the mission of the role. There are 3 areas of focus.
Okay.
One is improving processes, so that could be our internal processes, or it could be our programs and services that we deliver to residents.
So thinking like in a company, a factory floor, like how do you make your widgets? How do you do your work? Like get better at that.
Right. And in government, a lot of times it's about digitizing formerly paper-based processes.
Yeah, automating.
But it could be that you have a space that you've been throwing a lot of your surplus furniture or things in, and it's no longer a usable space. So clearing out that space and looking at what processes could inhabit that.
So one is helping us just get better at what we do.
Right.
What's the second?
The second is nurturing a culture of innovation.
Okay.
So a lot of times what happens in organizations when you don't have a director is that innovation will happen in pockets. And with a director, you can have training, coaching, mentoring, and also documenting what you mean by innovation. So you make sure that employees understand this is what we want more of.
Yeah, it's interesting. So, innovation, change, learning how to do things differently, which all organizations need to do, all of us need to do.
Yeah.
And so helping that culture, training people on it, and helping a culture of improvement, I think of it in a way, happen. That's second. What's the third area?
The third is preparing the organization for the future.
Okay.
So there are a couple of things that we know. Yeah, right. It's coming.
Right.
And climate change is already here. So what does that mean in terms of the materials that we use for our roads and sidewalks?
Yeah.
What does that mean for how we plan our cities? AI, artificial intelligence, is all over the news right now. ChatGPT. How could we use that technology to help our programs and services for our residents?
So that one's kind of trying to look out ahead, see what's coming, learn from what other organizations are doing, and try to get us ready for that kind of change.
Right.
Okay.
And that's a benefit. Back in 2012, there were only 5 directors of innovation in the United States.
In the country?
Yeah,
5.
in the country, yeah. So just a little over a decade later, we've got more than 100.
Is that right?
So we have a network now that we can reach out to different cities that have maybe a more established program and say, how are you dealing with this?
Yeah.
And that was really helpful during COVID, especially because we could reach out to some of the network that was on the coasts and see what was
We're a little ahead
coming.
of us in dealing with it. I remember, our task force on innovation, which started in 2016, and recommended this position. They did look at other cities that were doing that, and now we're one of the 100.
Right.
And we've been going at it for a few years. So, what's a day or a week like? Like, what do you work on those 3 areas?
Yeah, every day is different, which I love about the role, but. The cadence has been that there is one large project that spans a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then there are smaller projects that are usually about process improvement that kind of fill in the gaps.
And we celebrate those, I know, each year, right? We have nice things to help build momentum. So you're stewarding all those. Tell me, what are the big things that you feel like we've seen some movement on?
Right. The 2 large years-long projects, one that a lot of people may know about by now is the reimagination of our leaf management system.
Yeah.
So we worked with many different departments within the City of Bloomington, as well as over 1,000 individual residents in 493 different households.
Wow.
We prototyped 4 different options. We piloted 2 of them. And now, starting this year, it will be the new way that we do things.
And just to remind people, this is the old way, which was bringing a big gas guzzling not very efficient leaf sucking thing through neighborhoods is saying it was bad for the environment, it's expensive, and we thought about how to do it differently. We still pick up leaves if you put them out for free, but we mulch now, and we encourage lots better ways to do it. So that was one big project. I think that was awesome. What was the second one?
The second is how might we maintain our sidewalks so that they're always navigable for everyone. So we came out of the exploratory phase of that project with 7 different action items. 6 of them are going to be implemented in the next calendar year.
Nice.
And then the last one will be in 2025.
Bigger chew, bigger,
Right.
harder. People often don't know that sidewalks, unlike streets, are basically the responsibility of the property owner. And so that makes things complicated. I love what you're doing, Devta. You've been in this business for a little while, doing different things, not in city government too, right?
Right. Yeah, so I worked at IU Health in their transformation department, what they call transformation. And that's lean process improvement for the emergency department. And then also in organization effectiveness, also for IU Health. And then in operational excellence for an e-learning company out of California.
So Devta Kidd, the Director of Innovation for the City of Bloomington, thank you for being with us and explaining. There's more information if you want to learn about that, and we encourage, we like having a city that continues to learn and improve and innovate, and you can help us do that too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.